NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And he's coming off of an injury-shortened season where he only played in 8 games, but he's hoping to get back to an all-pro level that he played at a year before. Now, with new weapons in town, he and his team believe they can go deep in the playoffs and have a major impact.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
That's another Cowboys.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing. Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dallas.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Another one to C.D. Lamb. He's got it.
Prescott's pass complete to C.D. Lamb. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 23-yard line.
2nd down in the yard. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line.
That is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL. And he's proven all of those critics wrong. He's taken his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
Second down and 4. Play action. It's gone. He's got right on the short throw. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
At the 44-yard line, it's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Goff now looks to throw. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Goff. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 of 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
A 3-yard loss.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That's scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's got his guys set up great now. First and goal, and the Pigskin at the 7-yard line.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
And they start in the best of all positions. First and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. So this team's matched touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Prescott. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
Yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw is Prescott. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Cowboys.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stumped him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Prescott to throw it. And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Williams will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cowboys 14.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9. The slot man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
And the Lions first down.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
10 more yards.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Off play action. Here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
10 yards.
Another big play and another Lion first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the 50, it's gone. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. There's Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
He's tackled at the
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up third.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Goff now to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now here come the Cowboys. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Out right, he finds Tolbert. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy that can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught. Tolbert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
Down to the 41.
Javonte Williams, the ball carrier. Brian Branch on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Lions' 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Prescott from the gun. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
And long.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And it's 4th down.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own
the Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now it's Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And this will wind up the Lions first down as he gets it up past the 35.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The final shot before break here. Goff.
Open man, that's too slow.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From the 33, here's second and a yard. St. Brown motioning left. Goff now looking to throw. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. To throw is gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. 2 yards on the pickup there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now gone. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Sam Laporta.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Here's Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This is 2nd and 8. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
First down.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football. But when you got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
Again, it's Williams. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
The busy night continues for Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but It's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throwing. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Prescott now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all.
17.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off with points for themselves.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw, Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's got right on the short throw. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Just short of midfield.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Brought down at the 48-yard line.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Sam Laporta.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Running for it, Montgomery. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal, too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Gone. He's got his target. That's complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 25 yards to the house. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. He's got it complete to Tolbert. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the
It's a
sticks
gain of
moving.
6. First down, Cowboys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
Prescott's pass.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
At the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's a keeper with Prescott.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Dallas.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 5. On the option to give to Williams here.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the
92 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
40. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
To throw is Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Aubrey now for the point after.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Second and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun, here's Goff. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Here's Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
There's Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Goff going to keep it himself.
And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
After the run, Goff going to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Here comes second down and 5. Now Prescott. That's caught by Tolbert. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Dak. Right back to Tolbert. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
Here's second down. Here's Dak. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
First down, Cowboys.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Prescott. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Dallas.
This is 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Here's Prescott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Lions offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Now Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
At the 39-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up.
Goff now to throw.
That's complete right side. It's to Slaw. And he will get out of bounds. That stops the clock, but 2-yard gains definitely not what you're looking for at this juncture.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
It's taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.